every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Baja Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Bill Alexander Ford, Yuma's best choice, has it all for you. Go online to BillAlexanderFord.com and get more for your trade. BillAlexanderFord.com for the best selection. BillAlexanderFord.com for 0% financing. BillAlexanderFord.com for no payments for 90 days. BillAlexanderFord.com for 0 down payments. BillAlexanderFord.com for over 350 vehicles. Go to BillAlexanderFord.com for the difference you can count on.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here once again. It is 1 p.m., so it is time for your next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update of the 2025 Score Baja 400. All these updates today are presented by Fox Racing Shocks, and we have a good one going on. We have a battle at the front between Toby Price and Alan Impudia, the same two people that were battling it out at the 500, if you remember. It's almost like we're on, we got some deja vu here, and we're on repeat. It's the same two battling almost on the same course. Basically, they're going up and over mics now. So you can see at the top over here, it's not on now, it's on. Alan Impudia in the top middle there. He just pitted. He's about to turn on the Mike's Road. Paul Wheel, Toby Price is behind the wheel right now. He just turned on the Mike's Road. You can see him hauling ass in the top left right there. That is Toby Price along with Brent Bauman in there, and they are going up to Mike's. So they're not too far ahead of Alan Impudia. If we come over and look on the official score timing, as soon as Alan turns to go on the Mike's Road, we're going to get a split right here. You can see the only one we have a split on at mile 157 so far is Toby Price, and there we go. Perfect. That's why I opened this. So as we're talking about that, there's Alan Impudia. So Alan Impudia is 2 minutes and 5 seconds corrected time behind Toby Price right now. So Toby Price has a 2-minute lead on corrected time over Alan Impudia right now. You just saw that populate. So that is the best corrected time we're going to possibly get. That is Score's official time. And there you go. So yeah, perfect. That is what's going on there. We got Impudia and Toby Price battling it out 1 and 2. Now in the bikes, if we come over and look at the bikes, they're almost at the finish. So I wanted to show you guys this real quick because this will probably be the last time we do an update on the bikes. The 1X is almost at the finish. The 7X is coming into Ojos right there. So you can see the 1X and the 7X battling it out. Not too close together, but remember it's on corrected time. So we'll have to wait and see. If we go look at the times for the motos, let's see. So at the mile 331, the 7X had a lead. Is that what we have over here? Oh, so the 1X. Okay. So we got to keep an eye on this because if you look at the timing, The 7X was actually in the lead at race mile 331 by 3 minutes and 51 seconds. So I don't know if they had some kind of issue after that or if the trackers are not updating. Let's see. That's why. 7X, see, like I said, when something seems weird, you got to check multiple things. 7X tracker hasn't updated in 21 minutes. So the 7X is ahead of the 1X still. That's why we check multiple sources. So the 7X, just like we said here, had a 3 minute and 51 second lead. They should be coming through the race mile 409 split pretty soon. So if you guys are interested in following the bike race, keep an eye on the split times here because the trackers aren't working. Now, the trackers are not the same system that this timing goes off of, which is perfect. This timing uses an actual little transponder on the car that doesn't rely on satellites or anything to do it. So as long as that transponder trips over the timing loop, this is an accurate time. The map right here uses the Stella tracker in there. And when the Stella tracker is not working or not updating well, it doesn't update on here for us. That's why you can see that hasn't updated in 23 minutes. So that's that. All right. So now let's see. Somebody said, how far is the Mike's turn off from the goat trail? It's about, what is it? 15 miles maybe. Let's see. So they're at like 146 and this is 156. Yes, it's about 12. They're a couple miles past it. Probably about 10 to 12 miles is what that highway section is. Is a speed limit 37 there. It's really slow there. It's 37-mile-an-hour speed limit. So if you look at these guys, see Bryce is doing 34, 36.9, 36.8. So if you're looking at them, it is a 37-mile-an-hour speed limit, not 60. There is different spots on the course where there's a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit, but this is 37 along that whole area there. So 37 mile an hour, you got to go all the way to Mike's turn off there. All right. So if we come over and look at the watch party, you can see we got Bryce Menzies on the highway, Justin Lofton's on the highway. Top 3 cars right there are 1, 2, and 3. That is Toby Price, Alan Impudia, and Christopher Polvardi. Now, if we come over and look at the timing from Racing Redefined, we can see that Luke McMillan was actually showing in 3rd on corrected time at race mile 155. So Luke McMillan showing his 3rd. Now he just went away, right? Now he's showing his 4th. So Polvardi came by there. Yeah, that's kind of weird. We gotta keep an eye on some of these times. This one is cool, but you got to go back a few to really get a good look at the time. Because see, Kevin Thompson was showing at race mile 150. He's showing way up there too, but he's a little farther back. So if you go look on here, the Kevin Thompson truck is back here. So he hasn't clicked some of those earlier times yet. You can see the 46 and the 1 are up here. So you always got to, if you're going to use the Racing Redefined, it's a cool app, but you need to go back at least 2 or 3. It almost updates too often for split times because of how spread out they are on the course. So you need to go back a few times to really see who's winning. You can see Toby Price is still winning in all these, even when we go back. But look at race mile 150. It had Kevin Thompson in 2nd place on corrected time. So you come to 155. Kevin Thompson hasn't come by there yet, so that's why he's not showing up here. So if you go all the way to 165, you can see only Toby Price has come by there. So if you're on the Racing Redefined app, make sure you go back at least 2 or 3, if not more, zones to make sure you get enough trucks to give you guys data that's worth looking at. So that's what's going on there. That is your leaders. Let's go look at some other classes. 2-wheel drive, score 2-wheel drive trophy truck. Mikey Lawrence still out front. We got Cameron Steele in 2nd still, and we got RJ Stidham in 3rd. 42 Maverick Gaunt. Is that 0 miles an hour? Oh, that's 0 miles an hour. That's not good. You never want to see 0 miles an hour there. So 0 miles an hour there for the Gaunts. We got 19T next, 62T, 82T. All right, so 1, 2, and 3 there is, like we just said, Lawrence going to be Cameron 2nd, and then RJ Stidham is going to be 3rd. That's 1, 2, and 3 in score 2-wheel drive. Trophy truck legend, it's Gustavo way out front, I'm sure still. Yep, look at way out front. I mean, you got to come way back here. Then it's Wade Porter, Sean Runyon, Shane Lewis, and Clay Lawrence. It's actually a good battle for 2nd and 3rd there. There's 4 trucks that are kind of close, but otherwise it's Ricky Johnson. Just, I mean, another class really. They're just so far out front of everybody there. All right, let's look at the trophy truck specs. This is a good race always. So we have Justin Davis still out front there. So first we have Jason McNeil 2nd. He's pretty close. Look, both those are good updates. They're pretty close to each other. They're on the highway. So McNeil and Davis 1st and 2nd. Jordan Dean 3rd. Mike Marsal 4th. EJ Herbst. That is Ryan Millen in there. So Ryan Millen and Erica Sachs going to be 5th. And then 6th, Cole Hardin. And this is not good. So Stephen Beal looks like they're on the access road. That is a bummer. It looks like they're maybe headed out to the highway, maybe meeting up with their chase crew or something. But Beal headed out of the race, it looks like. Cade Garcia back here, Jordan Brenthal, Matt Winslow. So that's a look at the front. Starstream is showing Gaunt stopped and both out of the truck. Well, there you go. Yep, that's what we saw a minute ago. We saw him at 0 miles an hour. All right, Class 1. Let's see. How many of these guys are still going? We got to go back a ways. The Class 1 guys are getting their butts kicked. I mean, I'm kind of surprised, honestly. Cody Parkhouse is in first. Dale Eberts is in second. We got Jack Grabowski in third. Brad Wilson fourth. Cody Reed fifth. Right? Yep. Cody Reed 5th. And then Brennan Gaughan is at 0 miles an hour. So bummer for Brennan Gaughan there. 0 miles an hour, they're in 6th. All right. Let's go look at Class 10 because I just saw them right there, but I just want to see Class 10. So Class 10, we have Francisco Vera out front, defending champion. That's why he's got the 1,000 number there. Then we have Stan Potter in second. Jason Shipman in third. Zach McLaren is going to be in fourth. We got Harley, Harry, and Mike all fighting for 5th, 6th, and 7th there. Elliot Watson, he's dropped back a little bit, but look at his tracker 7 minutes ago. He's actually probably in front of all those guys right there. Once again, like I said, always got to watch that tracker update time. And then Eliseo, same thing, 5 minutes ago. He's probably ahead of most of those guys as well. So tracker's kind of sucking, not working too well. Pro UTV Open. Let's go see. Where's Brock? Is he still in the front? Let's see. It looks like Brock, yeah, his tracker hasn't updated for 3 minutes. Caden McCackram is updated, so it's going to be Brock is still going to be first, I'm going to assume. Then it's going to be Caden probably second, Max Eddy third, Rodrigo and Pudia fourth. So it looks like Max has got around Rodrigo because Rodrigo was third last time. So we have SCI Pro R's 1, 2, and 3 right now. That's the factory SCI team, first, second, third. Then we got Rodrigo trying to get there on the podium. We got Mike Caffro 5th. Blake Wilkie looking pretty good. Blake Wilkie there 6th. Brandon Walsh, another factory car 7th. Alexandria Noble 8th. Is that 8th or 7th? I forgot already. Justin Lambert, Cole, Sierra, Romo, who else? Ricky. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of close together. Once again, that's all in corrected time. So remember, these guys started a little ways back. So that's what's going on there. Pro UTV forced induction. Let's look at this class. Let's see how far Phil Blurton's come up. Let's see. All right. Edgar Garcia 4th. Caden Wells 2nd. Okay, so Edgar made a bunch of time because Caden Wells was first. So Caden Wells now looks like may have got past. Jorge Cano there is in 3rd. Jason Weller 4th. Zach 5th. Francisco there. Joe Whitefield. Uh-oh, this isn't looking good. Where is Phil? Did Phil have trouble? Uh-oh, he's on the highway. That's a bummer for Phil. He's had, Phil's had kind of a lot of problems lately. It's a bummer because Phil used to be, I mean, he really is. He's one of the fastest UTV drivers out there. He's had a lot of problems in the last year or two. Just mechanical things go wrong, and I'm bummed for Phil. Super nice guy, great team, great guys. Just hasn't had a good race in a long time. So he's fast. He just can't keep. The equipment keeps letting him down, so kind of a bummer. Caden Wells, on the other hand, has been having pretty good results lately. Caden Wells has had some good runs. He stepped up from the stock class. He's racing the open class now. He's raced all the UTV classes, I think. So that's what's going on in the UTV classes. We can look at the stock UTV class because there's 14 of them. So that's a good amount. Francisco Beltran getting a big lead here. Look at this lead. First, second, Douglas Cornwell. Antonio Mendez is going to be third. Then we got Sergio. Gets close together here. We got to zoom in. Yosho's at 0. That's on the highway. It's probably a pit right there, though. Marcos there. Andrew Kim. Kyle Chavez. Janie Lee still moving. Perfect. The girls there. The Monster Girls. Looking good. All right. Well, there's a look at your Pro UTV forced in, stock class. There's too many. Pro stock UTV, not Pro UTV. Pro stock UTV. Much different. 1,600 cars. We got 4 of them this race. Let's check it out. Daniel Goodrich, first. Abraham second, 3rd and 4th back here, still moving though. Paulino and Eric's not moving though, unfortunately, in 4th there. So we got 4 1,600s there. Let's see. Okay, all right, what else do we have? Trying to look at classes that have a bunch of cars entered. Class 10, we looked at them. What else do we look at? We got to look at class 11, make sure that they're still moving. There was only 2 of them. So let's see. Where are they? I don't even see them on my list here. I got to scroll down. That's why. There they are. All right. They're still moving, I think. Yep, they both just updated. Perfect. All right, so Rafael out front in the 1103, and then the 1111, Eric Slorenzo is going to be in second. So both of the Class 11s still moving. That's all we want to see for them, and that will be that's our race going on right now. So if you just joined us, the race, our leaders are headed over Mike's. If you're looking at the map here, the blue line is the sportsman shortcut and the bike line. So all the bikes had to take that line there, and then the sportsmen have to take that line as well. So you can see there really isn't any bikes. There's one guy right here who's way behind, but a lot of the bikes, there's only like 20 bikes total this race. It was kind of crazy. There was like no bikes and quads this race. They're all over here, which is good. It got them ahead of everybody. They're trying to keep the bikes and quads ahead of the cars because they don't want the cars to catch those guys, or as little as possible, at least. That's the whole point of this. So somebody said Robbie had a flat. Let's see. Concrete went by. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep an eye on everybody here. There's so many. Everybody has a camera now. Look at all these on the left side. There's like 60 or 70 cameras. It's insane trying to keep track of everybody. So here's all the cameras. Go over to watchparty.cc if you guys want a Sunday ticket yourself here and get a good view on everybody's. But this is cool. First place, top left right there, Paul Wheel, Toby Price driving. Second place, Alan Impudia. I think third place, somewhere around there, Christopher Polvardi. Lofton, somewhere around fourth, fifth. Bryce Menzies is going to be in the middle there. That is going to be next. We've got Speed UTV on the right there. That is Robbie Gordon, and Max Gordon's going to be getting in that car a little later. So that's your update. All right. Well, that will conclude our update for this hour for you guys. My lunch just got here, so I'm going to go eat. We got Chick-fil-A for those of you guys wondering. I didn't do tacos. We might save the tacos for dinner. That way we can have a margarita with them. So we did Chick-fil-A for lunch. Just, I know you guys are wondering. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go eat our lunch. We'll be back here at 2 o'clock with the next update. Until then, go over to the score stream. You can watch the score stream on one thing. I got them up on my TV up here, and then I got the watch party right here. So you can watch all the in-cars, and it's awesome to listen in to the engines and some of them that have the in-car audio too. All right. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll be back at 2 o'clock with your next update here on Fishgistics. So see you in just a bit.